It's Revolution Square.
Here.
During the Dirt Regime.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Guys, look at me. I'm looking good, right? Hey, this is good, man. I'm right here, and we're going to see this place. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to tell you guys anything. But one thing that I can promise you guys that today is going to be a great day. I'm not here alone, man. I'm here with my brother. Come on. My brother is right here. It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
We look amazing.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
I'm really feeling good because we are at the place of very historical place.
Yes.
So we hopefully will have a good time here. And for those who listen to Amharic, ሚካ እንግዲህ በጣም አሪፍ ስራዎችን እየሰራ ካሁን በፊት ባሉት ቪዲዮዎች ላይ የጎንደርን ፋሲል ግንብና የጭላሴ ቤተክርስቲያንን አይታችኋል። ዛሬ ደግሞ በጥምቀተ ባህር ተገኝተናል። በዚህ ውስጥ ያሉትን ነገሮች በደንብ ሊያስረዳን ኃይለማርያም ጸሐፊ የታሪክ ባለሙያው ኃይለማርያም ደግሞ አብሮናል። ስለዚህ we're going to have a good time.
አመሰግናለሁ, man. But not only that, guys, I know you guys you love so much Haile Mariam, right?
Yeah.
We have Haile Mariam right here. He's going to be showing us around. He'll tell us a lot about this. My brother, it's a pleasure to have you. Come on. Man, I gotta tell you, you have a lot of followers right now from the YouTube because they love how you explain, how you... It's just amazing. It's incredible.
It's my honor and privilege to work with you. I'm very happy that I'm working with you. Thanks, Mr. Hailu, for introducing me with this great African boy, my African brother.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad to be working with you guys.
I appreciate it. So, shall we start?
This is also a pleasure for me. Have a good time, guys.
Let's get inside.
This one. Oh my goodness. Oh. It looks like palace for me.
Yeah, it used to be.
It used to be a palace?
A place where the king used to come to spend his time when he wanted to be free from the hassles and the bustle of the city. And once it was also used as a church, and it's now used as a place where Epiphany Festival is celebrated. Before I'm going to explain to you about the place where we are right now, I just want to give you a short and brief introduction about Ethiopian history and Gondarian history as well.
Yes.
Gondar was founded as the capital city of Ethiopia by a famous emperor named Fasiledes in 1636, the place where we are now, But in general, Gondar was founded as a capital during the 16th century, during the time of Emperor Sarzadengal. Emperor Sarzadengal built a palace near a place called Emphras on the top of a mountain called Guzara, So that's the place where Gondar was established. So it means like 100 years before the city of Gondar was founded by Emperor Fasiledes. So people should understand that Gondar was mainly founded by Emperor Sarzadengal. 100 years before Central Gondar was founded by Emperor Fasiledes.
Dang, my brother. Come on, let's show this area first a little bit before hearing all this story. Man, like this place, guys. I heard that people they come here to celebrate Epiphany. And I think I've seen this in a lot of videos. I even done a little bit of reaction of this place. So I would just love to show you guys I'd love to show you guys the view of this place before we begin. Oh my goodness. What a place, guys. What a place. Oh, I'm really wondering how do you put water inside here? Yeah. So usually during Epiphany they have water inside here?
Yes.
Oh, and where do you get the water?
By the way, there is a river in the nearby called Kaha. That's where the water comes from, So there's a tunnel, underground tunnel. So they divert the water from the river in the nearby, the river called Kaha, and divert and fill it up, So the pool is quite big, by the way. It's much bigger than the Olympic size swimming pool. Before Europeans had a pool, we used to have a pool in Ethiopia. There was a pool in Aksum, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, a very big one. It's not as big as this one, but it's quite big. So during the time of Emperor Fasiledes, he also built this swimming pool. But mainly it was a place where the king used to spend his vacation, when he liked to be free from the hassles and the bustle of the city, as I tried to mention to you earlier. He used to come and spend his time in here. But later on, the place turned into a place where Epiphany Festival is celebrated. So the water comes from the river in the nearby called Taha, and fill it up. Now when we celebrate Epiphany, it's a 3 days affair. On the eve of the festival, the replica of the Ark of the Covenant are taken from the churches, accompanied by mass singing and dancing. Sounds like seems like nobody is staying at home. During that time,
everybody's outside.
They are dressed with the beautiful traditional Ethiopian clothes. People, according to their age, are making a group and are dancing everywhere, both religious and secular songs. So they wear the most astonishing or remarkable clothes they have. That's the time of the year that new clothes are bought or the new one is maintained.
This one,
like this one.
Look like this, right?
It's quite royal. It's a clothes worn by Ethiopian patriots.
Wow.
Especially high-ranked officials used to wear clothes just like this one.
Remember, I'm King Haile Yesus, so
you deserve. You deserve.
Thank you so much. And I think I've seen videos of people coming here, like a lot of people being right here, and some of them they are going inside the water, right? What the significance of that?
We celebrate Epiphany Festival in order to commemorate the baptism of Jesus Christ in the River Jordan by John the Baptist. In Ethiopia, some people, by the way, misunderstood that. We celebrate Epiphany Festival to baptize people. No, it's not a day that we baptize people. In Ethiopian Orthodox Christian Church, people are baptized mostly at the very young age. A baby boy is baptized 40 days after birth, and a baby girl is baptized 80 days after birth. But this festival is celebrated to commemorate the baptism of Jesus Christ in the River Jordan by John the Baptist. So the festival is celebrated throughout the country. It's one of the most colorful festivals. The festival that we have in a country, but the right place to celebrate Epiphany in Ethiopia is in Gondar.
In Gondar,
it's most colorful and the most remarkable compared to other places in the country. So not only from Ethiopia, but from many other parts of the world, people try to come to witness this interesting festival. So the festival is celebrated to commemorate the baptism of Jesus Christ.
Wow, that's amazing. I'd like to go around to see this place a little bit, It's amazing, guys. Wow, look at that. You guys have heard it, and I just love the view of this place, man. During Epiphany, I wanted to come here, but because of COVID-19, I felt no worries, because I'm here right now. I am here right now. Wow. Guys, look at that.
You see how big the swimming pool is? It's very enormous,
It's really huge.
There used to be a hole which was used as like when there is
It's okay. Sorry.
Okay. So there's an outlet right over there. There's an inlet there where the water comes from.
Oh yeah.
And the festival lasts for about 3 days. It's a 3 days affair. On the eve is the time that the arks are taken from the church. 9th of January is the actual day of the festival. After the morning prayer is finished, the water is blessed by the priest, and everyone goes inside to have the blessing of the water, So the third day is the day of Saint Michael, On the actual day, some of the arks are taken back to the church, the respective church where they come from, But the last day is dedicated for Saint Michael. So when the other arks are taken back to the church on the day of the festival, after the morning prayer and blessing is finished, they are escorted back to church and combined by mass singing and dancing. The priests are wearing very colorful traditional Ethiopian clothes and hold multicolored umbrellas, you know, and everyone from young to old are dressed to kill, you know. So beautiful. So they are taken back to the church with a lot of songs and chants. So when the other church, when the other churches' arts are taken back to the church, only the Church of Saint Michael remain in here, because the second day is gonna be the day of Saint Michael. So, after the day of Saint Michael, this water has to be evacuated, you know. So they use that outlet. And the water goes back to the river where it comes from. You know? They recycle it. They will not lose it. You know, they will not waste it. After they use it, they will also let it go to drain to the river where it comes from. So they have the same kind of tunnels.
Wow, that's impressive. I wonder how they built those tunnels. You know?
They were very civilized.
Oh yeah, nice. Wow.
They have this water is very quite deep. Those who are able to swim are able to come to me here. Those who are not able to swim go mostly inside that building right over there, because that's very shallow there. It's very deep here.
Can I enter?
Sure.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to swim. Alright guys, I'm just gonna go around and show you around how it looks like. And I believe this is where people swim all the time. As we've heard from Haile Mariam. That right there, it's where water comes from. Right there. That's where water comes from. And people, they are free to swim as much as they can. Some of them maybe they can enter here inside. I'm so glad that there's no water here, because you all know that I'm scared of water and I can't swim. But I'm making sure that one of my missions is to overcome that fear, and one day to be able, to swim. Because hopefully one day I'll come back here and there'll be water here during Epiphany, and I'll jump as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yay, man. Okay. So, where is that tunnel that they allow? They close it. Yeah, it's supposed to be here. Oh, yeah, here. Right here, guys.
It needs to be bigger.
Yeah. Oh, this is where they let water go. Oh, I believe this is what they close with all the time, right? Yeah. That's the tunnel, right? So the water comes from there. It goes out here. That's amazing. Beautiful. Hey! It's good to be here, guys. It feels nice. Wow. I always wanted to come to Gonda.
Yeah.
And I'm here right now.
And also, it would be fine if you reschedule your program for the next Epiphany.
Oh yeah, definitely next year. Yeah, I would love to come back next year. So hopefully you guys are watching, and all the sponsors, I'm down. This is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Imagine coming here and you have like the water here and you have a lot of people here. It would be crazy.
There is no space.
Yeah.
It's very crowded at the time.
A lot of people are here.
Yeah.
Wow. But I will come here with my life jacket because I don't know how to swim. When was Christianity introduced to Ethiopia? Because, most of us, we know, for example, in my country and some parts of Africa, we know that Christianity, it came through Vasco da Gama and all those spies that they came all the way to Africa to kind of like find out what's all about this continent, from the Cape Town. But I'm wondering here in Ethiopia, I know that there's a little bit different history about here in Ethiopia, and I want to know about that.
That's great. That's a very good question that you raised. Christianity was introduced in Ethiopia in 34 AD. That means 1 year after the ascension of Jesus Christ. By the way, the name Ethiopia is mentioned in the Bible more than 40 times. So Ethiopia used to have a long trade and diplomatic relationship with Israel for many centuries, before even Christ. So there was an Ethiopian eunuch in the Bible. His name is mentioned. So he traveled to Jerusalem and was reading the book of Prophet Esau. When he was reading his book, the Apostle Philip came and converted him and baptized him. So Ethiopia accepted Christianity in 34 AD. So the Ethiopian eunuch brought the religion and introduced the new religion in Aksum, in Ethiopia. So, but until the 4th century, until the two Christian brothers, Izana and Saizana, were converting to Christianity by the man from Syria named Fremenantos, the main religion of the state was Judaism, not Christianity. But it doesn't mean that Christianity was introduced in the 4th century. It was introduced in the 34 AD, but it was not declared as official religion of the country at that time, So, but it was officially declared as a state religion in the 4th century. But came earlier in the 34 AD.
So it came. So those who are claiming that Christianity it came through, white people, they brought it to Africa. What would you say about that? Because for this history, it basically tells us that we already had Christianity here before they came and bring it to us. Right.
They try to steal our history. They didn't only come to take our resources,
Yes.
They also came to Africa to steal our history, So they don't really want to take Africa as a part of the world, So they really want to think that everything is Eurocentrism, you know what I mean?
And everything like they invented it because that's how it looks like. Like every single important thing in Africa, when you look at them, it's, for example, even with some of the lakes here in Africa, without the Lake Victoria, we named after the Queen of England, right? So basically, like it shows like everything that we have in Africa, they were invented or recognized by them, which is not true. We always had people here. They had their own religion. They had their own way of worshiping. So
that's true. It's a very good example that you mentioned. By the way, it's not only Victoria, but also the mountain that we have in Ethiopia, the highest mountain in Africa. I'm sorry, the highest mountain in Ethiopia called Ras Dejen. The name of the mountain is called Dejen. So the top of the mountain, or the highest one, is called Ras Dejen. But you know what's named right now? It's called Ras Dashen. And even Dashen don't have any meaning. They change even our mountains. They change even our lakes and rivers as well.
Let's change back. Let's change back. It's our own stuff, guys. Let's change it back. Let's have like that mountain in our own name. Let's change the name of Lake Victoria to the local names. You know what I'm saying, man?
So let's change the name of the mountain that we have to the local name. So you guys gonna have to call the mountain that we have in the country Ras Dashen. It doesn't have a meaning at all. The mountain is called Ras Dejen. So they have stolen our history. So the name Ethiopia is mentioned in the Bible. They don't really want to recognize Ethiopia as Ethiopian. You know what I mean? They just want to change the name from Ethiopia to some other names they want. You know what I mean? See, so Ethiopia accepted Christianity earlier, even before Christianity was spread all over the world. You know what I mean? During the Apostles' time, even before the Apostles began to travel around the world and try to preach the gospel, Ethiopians already know about Jesus Christ.
I love the cross here. I love the view of the cross. Maybe we can sit here for a while.
So let's keep our history. We are also history makers.
I think what you're saying is very important because we have our own history, we have our own heritage, and during colonialism, that's what we were talking about the other day. They took everything away, even our heritage, even our books, even our people, like as a slave, right? They went to work for them, like out of Africa. And so we are here and we don't really know our history because everything was stolen away from us and they changed it to their own stuff. They came, they taught us their own language for us to use their language instead of using our own languages, right? And but where we are right now, honestly, we cannot just sit back complaining and blaming them. We have an opportunity to change. Because right now, whatever that happens from now onwards, it's our fault. Because we have an opportunity to change. Our leaders, they have an opportunity to change what was changed before, to go back to originality. And that's one of my mission, as Swahili Nation and One Africa, to remind Africans to decolonize the mind. Because our mind have been colonized with Western mindset and Eastern mindset, and we don't think as Africans. Everything we think about right now, it's like, here in Ethiopia it might be very different because you guys were never colonized, but in other parts of Africa, like it's even hard to find a pure culture from that place because it has been, it has been spoiled by all this, neo-colonialism thing, and that's one of the things that we are fighting against and reminding Africa that, man, we are good, we are better, we are enough, and nobody invented us, God created us, all of us equally, right? And it's a time for us to be proud of what we have, to stand for what we believe.
Yeah, we should know that where we're exactly from. If you don't know where we're from, we don't know where we're going. So everyone has to have a big responsibility to study about his own history. He has to ask his grandfathers, grandmothers, and mother and father about their history. They have to keep their history alive. They have to be proud of being Ethiopian and African. Because we got a lot to offer for the world. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of beautiful colors. We got a lot of different cultures and identities. Which we should try to show to the rest of the world. And the way they say us so different, it's because of our weakness. We should bring back the strength that our forefathers had.
Exactly.
So we should come to the track. We got a lot of history. We are history makers. We built a lot of skyscrapers. Without technologies. We used to buy and sell stuffs using a coin made from gold, silver, and a lot of different minings.
Exactly.
So we got a lot of history. Our forefathers created our own letters. We got our own scripts. So we should write our history in our scripts. It's good to write in any script that we want, but we also have our own scripts. We have to let the world to know that we got a big history.
Exactly.
We have a big proud history. So that's what we have to do. So get back to your own steps. Get back to your own history. Follow your traces. Follow your forefathers' good doings. Because our forefathers contributed a lot for the world. In civilization. That's what I want to say.
ስለዚህ አማርኛ ደግሞ ለምታዳምጡ ትንሽ ለመጨመር ያክል የአያት ቅድመ አያቶቻችን ታሪክ የሚያኮራ ደረት የሚያስነፋና በጣም ጥልቅ ሚስጥር ያለው ስለሆነ ሁላችንም ታሪካችንን ወደ መመርመር ወደ ማወቅ እንመለስ። አባቶቻችን የሰሩትን ታላቅ ታሪክ መልሰን ደግሞ ወደ ቀድሞ ክብራችን የምንመለስበት እድል በእጃችን ላይ ነው። ስለዚህ ሁላችንም በጋራ ሆነን የአፍሪካን አንድነት የአፍሪካን ክብርና ኩራት በሚጠብቅ ስራ ላይ እንሳተፍ ነው መልእክቱ። ስዋሃሊ ኔሽን
Yeah, guys, one thing that we can do, I want to use this background. One thing that guys we can do, we heard a lot about the history, and nobody can deny that Africa we have the best history, right? We have everything that we need. We can turn our history into the future. Why it's very important for us to know our history, because that helps us to know where we are coming from. It helps us to understand where we are right now and to plan where we are going forward, because you cannot plan tomorrow without knowing what happened yesterday, right? Otherwise you'll be stuck somewhere and you don't know what to do. So knowing our history, it's very important because it will help us to move forward towards the right direction. Some of you you think that you are lesser than some people in this world. You feel inferior. You feel like you don't matter because of the color of your skin. Man, you should be proud of that skin because you're the image of God. You should be proud of that. I am proud of who I am. I'm proud of my skin. I'm proud of my heritage. And now we are going to protect our future, for our future children, for our future generation. Because our ancestors did that in the back, but now it's our responsibility to do that. So I hope you guys seeing this and hearing this, it will motivate you and ignite fire inside of you to do something about Africa. And the most important thing that you have to remember is that our history should bring us together, should not separate us, should not, disintegrate us. I'm wearing the t-shirt here written Adwa. You all know the history of Adwa and what happened during that time. I love the story of this battle. because it reminds me that we as an African, we can win. We have victory in our hands. We have victory in our hearts, in our mindset. And the only thing that we gotta do right now is come together and fight with everything that we got for Africa. And I'm telling you, things will never be the same again.
Interested to come to this Ethiopia. We got a lot to offer for you guys. We are rich in history, culture. We also have a lot of beautiful natural resources as well. We got a lot of beautiful animals, a lot of different colorful birds. So if you guys like to come to visit this place, you're not only watching a very huge swimming pool and palace, you can also see so many different colorful birds as well. So Ethiopia is also a place where beautiful birds are spotted, you know. So it's a great place to see a lot of different beautiful birds as well. So come and see, you'll have a great time for sure. You'll have something that you cannot find it anywhere else in the world, you know what I mean? Yeah. Come and see, you know, it's a right place to come to visit. Thanks a lot to you guys.
I love the weather of this place as well. The weather is so amazing. It's beautiful, man. All right, guys. You know, I came here to Gonda, and I've been, you know, I went to church, I went to the castle, and today I'm right here. And all this, I want to be grateful. Thankful to Haile Mariam. You guys, you have seen him. This guy is very knowledgeable. He has a lot of knowledge, and he has been sharing with us a lot of historical background of these places. So he has been really helpful. But not only that, apparently Haile Mariam, he's a writer. He's a writer. He has 5 different books that he wrote, right? So you guys, if you want to know more about Ethiopian history, like everything is right here in these books. And these books are not just in Amharic, but he wrote in Amharic and in English as well. So please, you know, you can check them out, you know, find them, read, you know, get a knowledge a little bit, get to know about, you know, Ethiopia and Africa in general. Haile Mariam, he's Pan-Africanist. He believed in, you know, Africanism. In African become one. So please, yeah, go and check them out, read them. These are 4, but he wrote like 5 different books, and he told me that he's gonna continue to write. So even me myself, I think, you know, I will get some, you know, some of the English books to just get to understand a little bit of you know, Ethiopia, a little bit more about Ethiopia, because the more I understand about this place, the more I understand about my own continent, right? And I hope you guys, you do the same thing for my country as well. Get to know Tanzania, get to know all the countries in Africa. It's very important if you want to bring together, all together, if you want to bring like unity among each other. So yeah, go and get your books. Appreciate it. All right.